What's going on, guys? Welcome along to Arsenal Fan TV, and what a massively frustrating game of football that was to watch as an Arsenal fan. Going into this game, I was always really optimistic that we could come out of it with something. Bayern Munich, of course, we played them last season and we lost 3-1 at home, but the tables have turned. We were a much stronger side. Bayern Munich, admittedly, they've strengthened extraordinarily well, bringing in the likes of Thiago and Goetze. But I still thought we were a very strong team and one that was capable of getting a decent result against this Bayern Munich side. But I had to remember that they are, of course, the best team in the world. And there's no doubts about it. Bayern Munich have got such good strength in depth, the way they play football, that they can create something out of nothing. They're an amazing team, some absolutely extraordinary players and an extraordinary manager. Anyway, the game started very much in our favour, and one thing that I really did pick up on, Sanogo coming in for Giroud. It was really good of them to actually let him keep his spot in the team, and Sanogo again had another extraordinarily good performance. It's giving us something new up top, and our more creative players are absolutely thriving off it. As well as that, we actually looked really good going forward in this game. We looked so dominant on the ball, we were having really good Spurs possession, and for that opening half an hour, I thought we were the better of the two sides. Bayern Munich arguably had the best chance on goal through Toni Kroos. It was only an excellent reflex save from Wojciech Szczesny to keep the ball from going in the back of the net. But we were still more dominant. We were making some lovely attacking moves through the likes of Chamberlain, Ozil playing some lovely balls. Cazorla was playing exceptionally well. And we looked very resolute, especially at the back. And I was confident that we were going to get a goal. And it kind of was only a matter of time. We were having an awful lot of shots. But trying to break down the likes of Boateng and Dante was proving quite a tough task. I mean, these are two massive guys, some of the best centre-backs in the world, and it was going to be a real tough task. Our opportunity came through a penalty. It was great work by Ozil, a lovely bit of skill to actually win the penalty. But all he had to do was put it in the back of the net, and it was a crap penalty, to be honest. I mean, Ponty little run up, shouldn't have paused in the middle, gave Neuer far too much time to think about it than he should have done. And, you know, he had the whole net to aim for, but he hits it straight at Neuer. Now, this is what's going to frustrate me most about the whole 90 minutes, the whole game, in fact, including the next leg, because I'm constantly going to think about what could have been. If we'd have scored this, we could have gone on, won the game, and maybe even got 2 goals. Think how good that would have been. But for all we know, we could have gone on and lost the game 2-1. But, you know, given the way we were playing, the momentum we had, I honestly couldn't have seen us losing that if Ozil had converted the penalty. Unfortunately, he didn't know, and not to say that Ozil was playing poorly, because I thought up until the penalty miss he was having a really good game. I'm certainly not going to use Ozil as a scapegoat, because, you know, that's obviously going to give him that's a massive blow to his confidence, to be honest, and he's got to pick himself up, look at himself, analyse where he went wrong, and hopefully he'll come back a stronger player. And he has been playing an awful lot of games recently, so it might be down to fatigue, and I think we should rest him in that Sunderland game. Nonetheless, the penalty miss didn't prove as too much of a downer, and we continued to play in the attacking style that we were playing until another pivotal moment of the half when Wojciech Szczesny got sent off. Now, I have seen a replay for this. Robben went straight into Szczesny. Szczesny, eyes on the ball the whole time. I'm not even sure if it was worthy of a yellow card, to be honest. Robben has made an awful meal of it to go down in that manner. I don't think he needed to do that. And they had a penalty of their own. Szczesny getting sent off. It's, you know, it's kind of game over, to be honest, from there. And I'd love to say that I had faith in the team that we'd go on and score a couple of goals past this Bayern Munich side. But, you know, we're playing the best team in the world. They had a penalty against us, and it just looked like, you know, game over. We're not going to be able to score against this, not with 10 men. It kind of looks near impossible. Anyway, we saw a glimmer of hope. There was a bit of light at the end of the tunnel when Alaba missed the penalty, hitting the post, and there was that little sense of luck. But you've got to remember, we were still down to 10 men, and we were kind of chasing the game from there. And we saw it out to half-time at 0-0. And the important thing to do in the second half was to not concede. And we came out of the blocks in the second half, and, you know, it was kind of all Bayern Munich. All we were doing was watching how Bayern Munich played and defending, and it was just poor. I mean, I'm not going to criticise Arsenal, because what could they do about it? What was there for us to do? I mean, Sanogo had no service up top, but that was because all we were doing was watching Munich play. Every time we got the ball, we lost it again. But it was just, it was tedious. It was hard to watch, and, you know, when you're a man down against a team like that, it's always going to be tough. And it's a real shame, because I think the referee really ruined the game. I feel so hard done by, because what could have been if the penalty had gone in, if the ref hadn't sent Szczesny off, if we'd have been able to continue to play with 11 men for the rest of the game. What could have been in this game? And it's been ruined by a poor decision by the ref, by a player that has made an absolute meal of a challenge that maybe wasn't even worthy of a yellow card. It's just, it's not good, and it had the potential to be such a great game of football, but the second half was tedious, and you could kind of tell Bayern Munich were going to score. Their goal came, world-class goal by Toni Kroos, absolutely nothing that could be done about it, even if Szczesny was still on the pitch, nothing could have been done about it. Straight into the top-hand corner, past Szczesny, world-class goal for a world-class team, and what is a world-class player. We were a goal down, and there was no way we were going to score a goal. We were chasing the game from then, and it was just a case of don't concede anymore, and we conceded again towards the end of the game when everything was starting to slacken off a bit. Through Thomas Muller, everything just went to sleep there. The second goal was just so poor to concede. No one closed down Philippe Lahm, no one marked Muller, and it was a simple header into the back of the net. And we've got mission impossible yet again at the Allianz. Now, we beat them 2-0 over there before, but let's be honest, this is our most unrealistic chance of a trophy this season. To go over there, win 2-0, take it to extra time and penalties, I mean, it's one hell of an ask. So, I don't know, I've got the belief that we can do it, but I wouldn't mind if, you know, I'm happy for us to just go over there, play for pride, play for the badge, and focus on the Premier League and the FA Cup. I mean, it could be a blessing in disguise. We don't want too many games under our belts. And if we beat Bayern, then we're only going to go and get someone like Barcelona or Real Madrid. So, let's not be too down hard by this result. I mean, there are an awful lot of positives to take from tonight. I thought the likes of Chamberlain, Sanogo all played really well. Flamini was absolutely exquisite tonight. And Koscielny and Mertesacker, they were both fantastic tonight. The player that we are going to miss, of course, Kieran Gibbs, who's out for, I think it's up to 6 weeks or something. I'm not too sure on that one, but Monreal is going to have to fill in. I didn't think he had the best of games tonight, but, you know, playing against Iron Robin, any fullback's going to look pretty average. So everyone has to pick themselves up from this, and we've got to put in a good performance, put things right against Sunderland on the weekend, and I'm confident we can do it. We've got to get a win there, put things straight, and, you know, for all we know, we can go to the Allianz and maybe score 2 goals, and maybe this tie isn't over just yet. Of course it's not over yet. Of course we can go over there and score 2 goals. Come on, keep the belief. Massive thank you to all the Arsenal fans. They were absolutely amazing tonight. From start to finish, non-stop singing, some of the best atmosphere I've experienced. So thanks to all of you, for all of those that attended, got in early, held up the banner. It was absolutely amazing. Anyway, I'd love it if I could hear your thoughts on the game. Let me know if you still think we can do something in this tournament. If we can beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz, done it before. Can we do it again? I want to hear your thoughts on the red card decision as well. Really interested on that one. If you have enjoyed the video, it would be great if you could click the like button. We're going to put things right at Sunderland. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys, and thanks for watching.